t-shirts. Absolutely love. Jewelry box. A slate. Oh, it's so awesome. So I also got that. T-shirt. Hoodie. Gym bag. More candles. Wine glasses. Tray. Another bag. Shot glass. Magnets. Buttons. Oh no. That's a bummer. It was a little too rough with it, I guess. I had too much stuff to carry at once. There we go. Another little bag. A deck of playing cards. I'm actually going to give a reading with these. Okay. Oh. Tumbler. Another thermos. It's one of my favorites. I have my own socks. Ricky Reveal socks. I love them. They come in black too. And Ricky Reveal's beer. Wine glasses, beer, what the hell do you call these? Beer stein and shot glasses. Those are all from the same person that sent me these here. His name is Michael. I love you, Michael. Thank you so much. I really appreciate each and every thing that you got me. I love it all. Thank you so much. Okay. Let me clear the table out, and I will get a reading going. Expect miracles. It's somebody's winning season, somebody's miracle season. You went through the fire, but you did not burn. Oh. Oh. That's too big. Hey guys, what's up? So I will answer questions if you got any questions, but I'm going to start off the reading with Ricky Reels. I have my own playing cards. So excited. Okay. Let's see. The answers you need are coming, and keep your heart open. I think someone's about to find out the truth about a traumatic season of their life. What's up, Brazen Bridget? I know, I'm so excited. So, Gemini, Libra, air signs are very significant, but somebody went through something really, really traumatic, and they're about to get the answers they've been seeking for quite some time. Taurus is significant. Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, and Cancer. So if any of those are your sun sign, you could be the one that is about to get some answers about a very traumatic season of your life that you've been really pretty much haunted you ever since it happened to you, and you've been wanting these answers for quite some time. You're finally going to get some answers that you deserve for ever since it happened. But the people that did it to you refused to come off the truth. But now someone, either their karma, their guilt, or the spiritual spanking that God's giving them, it's too much for them to handle. And they're going to come in and they're going to tell you what they should have told you a long time ago. Someone's name could be Robert, Jarvis, I got to get some new index cards. These are getting too hard to shuffle. All right. So we got Joan. Limitations 2-3. Yeah, someone's karma and the wrath of God, it's too much for them. And they're hoping that coming in and telling you the truth is going to be enough to get God to give them a break. Big Mad, Sarah, God is proud of you. Freddie, Candles, Liz, being with you is being in heaven. You are my king. The money is coming. Friday, I should have told you I'm not capable of monogamy. Virginia, the beach. Wednesday, 2 to 5 children. South Dakota, Wisconsin. Pray and meditate. Tony, North Dakota. Jamie, Blue Car, Robin, Sagittarius, someone's in their 30s, Luke 22:22, Sugar Snaps, Keelan, I'm bisexual, Paris, Sydney, James, someone's in their 60s or someone was born in the 1960s, your Boaz is on the way, Brandon, Aquarius, no matter how hard it is, do the right thing. Kurt, your family is involved. Kentucky, Darius, Melissa, Edward, South Carolina, White Truck, Carter, and Gemini. So those zodiac signs can be significant. Those names can be significant. Those locations. But somebody was definitely betrayed in the most horrific way. Ten of Swords. Somebody was Ten of Swords. And by their family, their lover, the people they love the most. As I'm speaking of Ten of Swords. Oh, yeah. I am playing cards. So happy. So, the ultimate betrayal, followed by a new beginning in love. This truth that's coming in, I believe it's going to give you a complete new perception on what happened to you. And someone that you could have been blaming for a lot may not have been involved, or they weren't involved to the extent that you thought they were. Or they're hoping to hide their involvement and to bamboozle you into getting back into a relationship with them. But as soon as I saw that, though, I really felt like it was a genuine... It could be a genuine remorse for betraying you and wanting to make it up to you and actually give you the love and the relationship that you always deserved and actually be true and genuine about it this time. But I really am getting a genuine, authentic, sincere love offer coming in after a huge period of betrayal. This could be a King of Swords that's coming in, or just someone who is very blunt and who's going to speak nothing but the truth. Because they're heavily burdened and they want to lay their burdens down and they want to love you the right way. I mean, they've always loved you, but they were full of themselves. They had a lot of narcissistic tendencies, and they really loved lustful attention. They had a sex addiction, and they let it get the best of them. And they threw you away like trash for 2-bit hussies, whores. And they regret, they would give anything to take it back. This person has gone through some healing. Their finances have improved, and they may not be fully healed, but they're in their power, and they're in a much better place than they were the last time you saw them. And they really are genuine with whatever it is that they're coming in to offer you. This person could have longer hair. They could have dreads or braids. There's definitely a painful ending. I think you guys are mirroring each other. This person, they ran out on you in your time of need. They couldn't handle the emotions and the love they felt for you. They ran away. They just couldn't handle the intensity of your connection. They just couldn't be there for you because they were too busy chasing the cat. But now, where you were at and what you were going through when they ran out on you is exactly what the fuck they're going through or they just went through. And now they completely understand how fucked up they were for leaving you in that hour of need. And they really wish they wouldn't have. 5 of Cups. Someone's born October 5th. Yeah, somebody was still very heartbroken or still in love with an ex when they got with you. Or hell, they might have been with the person when they got with you. They were living a double life. And when things got too intense with you and they didn't know how to handle and process the connection with you, they ran out and ran back to this person that they were with before you guys met. And now that person did exactly to them what they did to you. And I'm really getting someone is blaming something for something that's not their fault. This person might, depending on how long it's been since you've seen them, they really might have been holding a grudge against you. Damn, I feel like that's my ex. He betrayed me badly for his baby mama. Fucking man, I hate him. Even though I am one. But now, I mean, I've been there more than once. Men who can't decide if they like dick or pussy. And the ones that really are confused or ashamed of and have self-hate, if anyone finds out about you and them, if you're in the same sex relationship, that instantly that makes them run away. They gotta go run and get back and be next to the girl. I'm not gay. I don't suck dick. I got a baby mama. For somehow, some way, it makes it easier for them to deal with the fact that it's not true if they got a woman on their side. I don't know. I've always been gay ever since I was a little kid. I don't know what it's like to try and hide my sexuality because I never did. But there is something here that this person blamed you for and held a grudge against you for. And I think they were not intending on coming back. The only reason that they are is because the truth came out about whatever it is that they were blaming you for. And now they know it wasn't your fault. You didn't do it. And that makes their guilt and their burdens even heavier because now they realize not only did they betray you, fuck you over, and run out on you when you really needed them, you didn't even do what they thought you did. And you are their divine counterpart. It's the King and Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this person also could have gone to jail. And that could be another reason why that they've been MIA for so long. Because whoever they were with when they went to jail, they didn't like you. And they sure as hell didn't want you anywhere near that person, whether it was just through letter or through the phone or not. They didn't want you to have any contact with this person. So your person might have asked that their other person to tell you that they were in jail, and their person, that third party, didn't tell you. So you might be finding out something about them being locked up too. 10. This is the end. Something has come full circle. You guys have both successfully completed a very major life cycle, very major karmic cycle, and you two coming back together, either just to make amends or to reconcile, is wrapping up unfinished business and wrapping up that karmic cycle. And it's your free will to decide if you just make amends and forgive each other, or if you reconcile and continue forward together. It's definitely truth and clarity that you have your soul, your mind, your body has needed ever since this all happened. You've been trying to heal, and you've done a pretty good job. I mean, it's not like it didn't defeat you, but it's definitely something that has been a part of you ever since it happened. And it has consumed parts of every day since it happened. May not consumed the entire day, but it definitely, you've not been able to shake this. And with this person coming back in and giving you the truth and the clarity, you guys having the heart to heart, you guys getting each other's side of the story, finally seeing how much was misunderstood from both sides, there's definitely going to be forgiveness and amends made. And I definitely feel like there's a good chance for a reconciliation. But somebody's a fucking clown. Or maybe it's just because of how hard it was. You're afraid, even though you're going to forgive this person and you are going to make amends with them, and it's going to restore the disconnect. I think somewhere in the back of your mind, you're going to be afraid to trust this person wholeheartedly, because I don't know. It's something I guess you'll have to like just cross that bridge when you get there, because I do think the conversation is going to change your perception of what you went through. But this person played a lot of mind games. Regardless of what they thought you did, they didn't have to play the mind games, and they didn't have to stick more than one sword in your back. And this person knows that now, and they really do have genuine remorse and regret for it. But the fact that they were capable of doing it, I think, is still going to bother you on some level. Yeah, and the fact that knowing that the main reason they did it is because another bitch wanted them to. They not only ran to another bitch and left you out in the cold in your darkest hour, they let that bitch control them, and that bitch was able to get them to do whatever dirtball bullshit she wanted them to do to you, and they did it like they were her fucking puppet. This person definitely lied, deceived, and I think they even stole from you. And it's all because that bitch wanted them to do it. And their ego. This person had a huge ego. It's like, thank you so much. I love you, Bryson Bridget. Their ego really did. It's like their ego was so big, there was no room in their head to even begin to think about your feelings or what their actions was going to do to you or do to your guys' connection. It's like all they could think about was in the moment and what that fucking witch bitch baby mama pussy wanted. Because she was a facade. She was a fake. She was a phony. She really got them believing that she was you, that she was in your energy, that she was single, independent, self-sufficient, like that she could take care of them. And once they believed that hook, line, and sinker, you were of no use to them. So why not betray you? Because she had the bag. She had the gold. Fucking stick the swords in your back and then go running off to heaven. Well, stand in your truth, speak your truth, forgive, have compassion, but don't let them just walk back down in like they did nothing to you, because they did a lot and none of it was justifiable. And although they know that now, and there is genuine regret and remorse, they might easily forget that regret and remorse the minute they're in bed with you, because their goal has been accomplished. Not saying that's all they want, but once they've been back inside and you guys are in that euphoria of your guys' connection, it can be easy for them to revert back to their narcissistic ways or tendencies. You got to make sure that this person actually does what they say they're going to do, that their words and their actions do match up. Hold them accountable. If they refuse to be accountable for what they told you they were going to do, walk away from them, because you are worth so much more than that, and they know it. So don't let them fucking make them earn you, because you've already freely loved them, freely catered to them, and look what I got you. Yeah, I do believe this person genuinely loves you. I believe you know they genuinely love you. But sometimes love is not enough. And you got to love yourself enough to make sure that this person not only says they love you, but they actually show and prove that they love you. And they protect you like they always said they would. Because the test of protection, when that motherfucker was supposed to protect you, what did he do? He mounted up and rode to right back to the last bitch. And in your darkest hour, your hour of need, he was nowhere to be found. And if they've done it once, if they've done it once, they can do it again. So don't ever let this person get comfortable enough to where they can do this to you again. Because for one person, that might be the whole reason they're coming in. Because their pride and their ego is that fucking big, and they have to win at all costs. So they might just be putting on a charade just to get back into your good graces, just for this time, for them to actually stick the fucking knife in your heart and make sure and twist it and make sure that you're dead before they leave. Exactly. Yes, I need to keep boundaries. Yes, you deserve boundaries. You deserve to be loved. You deserve respect. We all do. And if this person, they don't respect your boundaries, if they don't respect the pace that you want to take this, because this person doesn't deserve to just jump back in just because daddy's home. No. Make him wait. Make him earn the pussy. Because if you freely, no one's going to buy the fucking popsicles, the ice cream truck if you give out the popsicles for free. Even though you're going to want to. I know. I'm not the best one to give advice on that one because there's 3 of my past that, God bless America, I can talk all the big boy game I want when they're not around. But the minute that motherfucker is in my face and he looked me in my eyes and Daddy's home. Come on, baby. Every fucking time. Not every time, but I know how hard it is to actually to keep that boundary in full effect. Because especially with my most recent ex, I truly believe that he's my twin. I have never had a connection with anybody in my life the way that me and him, our bond, our connection, it was the most spiritual and it was the happiest I'd ever been. And the fact that the people that were supposed to love me the most are the reasons they tore it away from me. And they were able to convince him that I was the bad guy. Like, it damn near did take me out, but I refused to lay down and die. Like, but to see him face to face again, I know that big boy fucking Billy Badass shit I'm talking right now won't be so easy to talk. But we got to do our best because they really do. They fucking owe it to you to earn it. They definitely have chosen you, even if you haven't spoken to them. They're just trying to find a way to get back to you because they absolutely are. They were in love with you the whole time. But I think this person definitely suffers from a lot of addictions. They definitely suffer from possibly mental illness. And they definitely have a sexual identity crisis. Like, I mean, they don't know who they are. They're still trying to figure themselves out sexually. And it was just easier for them to run away from you and go be with a woman. Or for me, in my case, it was easier for them to run away and go be with a woman. Even though there was no love in that connection. Mine actually was married and had 2 kids. I didn't know that when we got together, but that was the reality of some bullshit. So I mean, I understood that part of it. It was all the other shit I didn't understand. Like, really? Okay, you want to go back to your wife and kids? I'm all down. I'm all for that. But that doesn't give you the right to steal money from me. That doesn't give you the right to talk shit behind my back, to try and set me up to be arrested. Like, all that other shit you did just because that bitch wanted you to prove that I didn't mean shit to you and that she was fucking the be all end all of fucking queen of fucking. You did that because another bitch wanted you to. And the whole time you knew nothing was going to come of that situation. That's what hurts me the most. And Spirit is begging him to love himself, show the world the real him. Like, this person, my person anyways, and your person probably too, they hate themselves. There is a very deep childhood wound, like deeply rooted layer of self-loathing. And God, the angels, and his ancestors are trying to love him back to life. They're trying to get him to heal and to accept himself, to love himself, and to forgive himself. But because there's this huge fucking toxic friends group, family dynamic of people who like the unhealed version of this person because they can control the unhealed version of this person, they don't want this person to heal. So they were all about destroying your connection because your connection was healing him. And that was not okay. You were a bug that had to be squashed. And as long as this person stays with this wife, this baby mama, this group of people that don't actually give a fuck about them, they just care about what this person can do for them. As long as they're in the spider web, as long as they're in the fucking web of illusion, that person's never going to heal. Your person's never going to heal. My person's never going to heal. And that's the whole point. But the only thing you can do is pray for the day that he'll wake up and love himself enough to come back to you, the person that genuinely loves him, that will help him heal and get him in alignment to his best life. But no one can do it for him. He has to do it on his own. It's time to take action. The person could be an Aries or have an Aries placements. Prosperity lies ahead as soon as this person wakes up and makes the free will choice to tell these people to fuck off and get back to where he knows he should be. Taurus could be significant. Expect powerful change. There is going to be a huge, huge shift in the energy. And I definitely feel like, especially if you are twins, that he's going to go through a spiritual awakening. A hardcore, intense, but he's going to awaken to the fact that you are his twin. You are his life with you is his best life. And he's going to get himself out of this situation. He just has to work through his fears and realize that God and the angels and the spiritual realm is on his side, and that nothing is set in stone because you're still rooting for him and he hasn't given up on himself. So he can win. You guys can win if he just doesn't let these people, if he doesn't give up, basically. And he knows that now. And I feel like my person does too. And I feel like they're very close to achieving their goals. So no matter how hard this is for you, Bridget, don't give up. Keep praying for him. Keep hope alive. Keep the faith. If God told you this is your twin, if God told you this is your spouse, they're coming back. It just may not be in the timing that you want. It's always in God's timing. And sometimes that's really hard for us to handle. Mine also has 2 kids with her. Wow. Mine too. And mine also has a lot of traditional Christian religious beliefs. And I think that's another reason why he struggled so much with our connection. Even though it was real, it was deep, and he knew there was something spiritually, a spiritual connection between the two of us. For one, he was committing adultery, which I didn't know at the time, but so that was getting to him. He was missing his kids. His parents and his family would not have agreed with our situation whatsoever. And I don't think he wanted to get a divorce. But deep down, he knew he was going back to a dead-end situation. I think he only went back to the kids anyways, or maybe even possibly the financial stability. Because I don't know what their finances are like, but I'm sure it was better than what me and him were doing, considering my family fucking stole everything from me. Stole my house trailer, stole everything I had in the bank. He helped, but because he was manipulated and brainwashed into thinking I was the bad guy. Ease and grace. That's how you get through this. That's how you get victory in this situation. Let it flow. Don't force anything. The minute we start trying to force and manipulate or control the outcome is the minute we fuck shit up. You just gotta trust God and know that he doesn't lie, and whatever he told you, he will give it to you. You just gotta let it come in divine timing. The color yellow is very significant for you. I feel like you could be a water sign, or water is significant. Raise your vibration. Yeah, that's tough. It's like, do you want to be miserable and unhappy for the rest of your life? Well, see, that's a part of like the separation for you or us, divine feminine. This time is for us to heal as well, because one of the reasons why God allowed the separation is because you guys both had unhealed trauma. The reason why it's so hard for us to see it is because throughout our entire lives, since childhood, we've been deeply traumatized in several different ways. Like for me, it started with sexual molestation, and it just went from there. The first guy, I basically was married to him, but in my 20s, I got with somebody, and we were together 9 years, and he was a fucking narcissistic, alcoholic, fucking psychopath who abused me every way, shape, or form. And so, I mean, even though this person here, our twin, we were happier than we'd ever been, and we felt healed, there was still some shit deep down inside that we didn't heal and release. We buried it because our twin was making us happy. So we were able to ignore the fact that we still had unhealed trauma. It wasn't until the twin ran away that trauma resurfaced. So we have to take this time and heal ourselves, because the separation only ends when both divine feminine and divine masculine are both healed. You can both know it in the pit of your soul that that is your twin, but until the work is done and the lessons are learned, it's going to be as if they're a figment of your imagination. Raise your vibration. A part of doing that is doing the healing. Facing yourself in the mirror. You're both going through the most powerful transformation of your life. Up until this point, you've been a caterpillar. But when this separation, when this transformation fully takes place, you will be a butterfly. And once you become a butterfly, you could never be a caterpillar again. You will never ever have to go through this ever again. The worst, your most painful days of your life are behind you. Your latter days will be better than the way your life started out shitty, traumatic, but your life will end a very beautiful. You can't even imagine how beautiful your life's going to get after you fully surrender and you fully allow this transformation to happen. Same with your person. When you guys both fully transform and you're in harmony and resolution with the universe, with God, with each other, your life is going to be so amazingly beautiful. It's going to be hard to believe. I know for me, because like I said, I've known pain and heartbreak my entire life. So, and I think it's one of the reasons why on certain levels, we actually fight the transformation, because we're afraid to be happy. Because all we know is chaos and trauma. And that's probably one of the biggest reasons why this separation's taken so damn long. Because if you're twins, your masculine is dealing with the same unhealed childhood trauma you are. It's just the masculine and the feminine, they deal with it differently. Pray, ask, and receive. Ask for the courage to surrender. Ask for the wisdom to release and to embrace the transformation. Ask for his healing. Ask for his transformation. Like, pray that your twin is surrendering and not fighting the transformation, and ask for reconciliation. It's all about becoming one with God, one with ourselves, one with God, and one with our twin. until we have fully released and let go of all the negativity that's holding us back, there will be the separation will not end. But once you tell yourself no, or say, not today, Satan, I am going to heal, I am going to transform, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have taken the last day of my life that you're going to get. And the last day of my twins' life you're going to get. That's when the miracles are going to start happening. Because it is a holy love. You guys were destined to be together. It's just you had to take a step back, and the separation had to happen, had to occur, so that you guys could fully transform into your best self, the healed version of yourself. And that way you could love yourself, so that way you could know that you're worthy of all the gifts and blessings that he has for you in your future. Yes. You are going to, I just can't even put it into words how bright and amazing and beautiful the rest of your life is going to be once you stop fighting this transformation. I feel like one of you guys could have been a dancer, or is a dancer, or just really enjoyed dancing. One of you, I feel like it's got red hair, or possibly dyes your hair red. Is anybody's name Chuck or Lily? Healing energy. Someone's alive past 6. Hey, I'm not God. I don't have all the answers, but I definitely am tapped into my gift. This is probably going to be the hardest part of the transformation, is forgiving yourself. It's always easier to forgive and have compassion for others, but it's having understanding, compassion, and forgiveness for ourselves. Because see, on the outside looking in, the mess isn't so bad. But when you're on the inside looking out, you could smell the shit. And that smell just makes us feel like we don't deserve it. There's no way we deserve the forgiveness of whatever it is we've done. Because if we deserve forgiveness, it wouldn't smell this fucking bad. Once you forgive yourself, the rest of the process is going to really speed up. And accept every part of yourself. There's still a part of yourself that you're not accepting and that you don't love. That's what you really need to work on, and as well with your twin. It's that inner child. You went through something very traumatic when you were a child, and it was too hard to face. And even to this day, it's too hard to look in the mirror and to look at your inner child and say, I'm sorry I wasn't there. I wasn't stronger. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you in that moment. And you got to forgive yourself. You were only a kid. Whatever was done to you, there was no way you were going to be able to fight that person off. It was not your fault what happened to you. You didn't deserve it. You were then and you are now very much lovable. You are loved. And you gotta forgive yourself, because there was nothing you could have done any differently. And you gotta love yourself. January 3rd could be significant for you. March 1st. F or N could be significant. Yeah, you got to change your perception of whatever it is that you went through as a kid, and you got to see it as what it is. It was not your fault, and there was nothing you could have done to have stopped it. You got to step into this mentality. Some days I'm Sade, some days I'm Tupac. Don't fuck with me. There's purpose in that pain, and that's a part of your life's purpose. Your greatest achievement or your greatest moment, your life's purpose is going to be your triumph and your victory over your greatest pain. Whatever it is in your life that caused you your greatest amount of pain and trauma, that is going to be your purpose. Whatever it is you went through, you are meant to heal and transform so that you can help other people heal and transform. Someone's name starts with a W. Somebody is a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. Your person really does regret. I was a fool to believe I could turn that bitch into you. Every day he spends with that other person, he's thinking of you. He's wishing he was with you. Something definitely significant about June or your life past 6 or your person is. Someone's name can begin with an A. Fawn. Maybe there's spiritual significance to like deer for you. Maybe a deer could be a fawn could be your spirit animal. You're about to get the facts. I know I said that at the beginning of the reading, but you're about to get some facts you've been waiting on for a long time, and it's going to help you release a lot of negativity. Somebody is a life past 7. Either you or somebody you know or someone you're close to is born in 1976 or 67. Or July 6th could be significant. Someone's name could be Wayne too, or Wayne County could be significant. And somebody is going to jail for something that they did to you. You may or may not know that this was done to you, but somebody did something to you, betrayed you in some way, shape, or form, and they are going to jail for it. Oh, wow, okay, I've heard I need to make my pain, my life purpose. Definitely need to work on that. I almost hit a deer earlier, but I see them everywhere. I hope I get the truth. You will. That's one of the God's promises. Whatever was done in the dark will come to light. So whatever you need to know, it will be revealed to you when you need to know it. So, and I'm going through this too. We've got to release the need. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But we've got to release the need for control and realize that God loves us. He gives us what we need when we need it. He's never late. He's always on time. And trust in the fact that whatever this situation is going to work out for our highest good. We cannot be attached to a certain any in particular outcome. We just have to have faith and trust that it will work out for our highest good, and we will have what we need when we need it. And one of those things is the truth. We will get the truth when we need it, and not a moment before. You might. I feel like God's wanting you to come. I feel like He's wanting you to pray more, meditate. He's wanting you to spend time with Him. Whatever religious or spiritual practices that you that you what am I looking for? Whatever you sign on for, like whatever your beliefs are, He's wanting you to come and have some coffee with Him. But I feel like God really is like wanting you to pray and come to Him. He's wanting to help you out. He knows your struggle. He knows your pain. He wants to help you through this, but He needs you to ask Him. He needs you to meet Him halfway. And your person, however you guys split, He thinks about that day all the time, every detail of it. It kills him that he did or said whatever he did or said that day you last saw him. He wishes he could change it. He would do anything to take it back. And he knows your worth. He knows your value, and he can't wait till you guys can see each other again. Someone drives a Kia. Someone's a Life Path 9. And you got a fake friend or sibling that smiles in your face, but behind your back they're talking shit and trying to take your place. There's definitely someone who pretends to be for you, and they're really, they actually hate you. So be aware of that. Someone's name begins with an L. G. Someone's name could be Glenn. You got something amazing coming. Whatever your gifts and your talents are, very soon you're going to be recognized for it. You're going to get a breakthrough, and your person, they're praying for you, and they're proud of you, and they want you to know that whatever it is that you've been praying for and that you've been expecting God to deliver on, you're almost there. Green Valley Place. Does that mean anything to you? The Great Lakes. Great value. Do you shop at Walmart? Stop stressing about your weight. I don't know why I just got that, but I feel like you've really been hard on yourself about your weight. Do you have like a hidden like nook or cranny in your backyard, like maybe like a little grove where you have maybe like a patio set, or like a little hidden way like nook where it's like your little private place on earth? Like only you or your family knows about, if that makes sense to you at all, I feel like you need to go spend time there. And that's where you need to have your coffee time with God. All right, so you either have a sister, a best friend, or something. And I'm not saying that they slept with this person, but they slept with the boyfriend at some point throughout your life. And they might have come and apologized to you, and it may have seemed like it was authentic. It wasn't. They were only sorry they got caught. And that person, if they're still in your life, they're still just as much of a backstabber now as they were then. And their name very well could begin with a G, an L, or a V. Valerie just popped in my head. Somebody you know is on drugs, possibly your twin is suffering with this drug addiction, and that's one of the reasons why the separation's taken so long, is because he's got to kick this habit before he can come back. If I come to you and offer you what you deserve, my family will disown me, and I can't decide if I can handle losing them, but I know you're worth it. So there's something about your connection that his family doesn't like. Somebody's a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Quentin or Quinn. Somebody's really good looking too. It's either you or your person, or there's someone in your energy that's really good looking. R. Pisces. Like, you should be highly intuitive. Don't doubt your intuition. With Pisces being your moon sign, you've got abilities your damn self. And maybe that's one of the things God's wanting to talk to you about. It's time to tap into that gift that he gave you. Confirmation. RSV. His first name is Raymond Lahal. Yes, I need to tap in. When we are together, I was calling him on his BS because it went. My twin hated it from day one. He never could get anything over on me, and if he thought he did, or even possibly there was like something I just didn't question, God sent someone to tell on him. Like, we were traveling when we first met, and we were at a hotel down in Florida, and he was on some fuck shit. But it's like, I'm like, you're a grown ass man. Like, if you're gonna lie about something that's stupid, whatever. Like, and literally, these other fucking grown ass people would like come to me behind his back and be like, "Hey, so and so did this. So and so did this." I'm like, really? God always makes sure, either through my abilities or through some kind of physical confirmation, that my twin never got away with shit. He couldn't lie or pull the wool over my eyes on anything. Like, that's another reason why I know our connection's special and it's real. Because I never had grown ass people tell on a grown ass man for any and every little thing. Like, your dude just went and got a cheeseburger? No, I thought he went and got french fries. Like, fuck. Like, okay. Somebody's life path 8. I feel like there's something to do with respiratory. Somebody's had respiratory issues. And I feel like if that resonates, they're going to heal up. Like, you're going to get better. Or whoever is dealing with it. Is there someone that you, like a grandparent, a parent, or a best friend or something, possibly even a sibling, that meant the world to you and they passed on? Because like, all I have is GRV, but I keep seeing gravestone, or I keep seeing grave. So if that resonates, I feel like you need to go and to whoever's grave site that it is, and there's some things that you're holding in that you need to go and talk to this person. Obviously, they're not there, but for you, I think it'll be therapeutic if you go and say whatever it is that you feel like you wish you could have said to them before they passed, or just something that's happened to you since they passed that you wish they could have been there for because you needed them. And that could be a part of your forgiveness of yourself, possibly even forgiveness of that person, because you might be holding resentment because they weren't there for you, even though obviously they couldn't be. But we as human beings, we sometimes do that. I know I did that to my best friend. I was so mad at her when she died. I mean, that was hard, really hard for me, and I had to forgive her for dying. Like, wow. Wow. If you're anywhere near where you could get to like his gravesite, I feel like you should go have a conversation, even though he's not there. I feel like it'd be really therapeutic for you to go have a conversation. And if you can't actually go to his grave, go to that little grove in your backyard, that little secret hideaway place you got, write him a letter, and then say it out loud, and then burn the paper. I really think that'll help you out a lot. Does it bother you that you weren't on good terms? I feel like I really am getting that there's something you're holding on to, a resentment or a regret of yourself, possibly of him. And if you are able to go and release that, that's going to really help you out a lot when it comes to forgiveness of yourself. B, you're really over somebody's BS, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, he does. I spoke at his funeral. I have some of his items in my house. His mom gave them away. I mean, keep the items or whatever. I definitely think that even though you're only talking to his head, the spirit, death is just a transition. And he may very well be able to be there with you when you say this. But, obviously he's not in the ground is what I'm trying to get at. But death is not an ending, it's a transition. Our loved ones are around us all the time. Our guardian angels, God, the Son, the Holy Spirit. The spiritual realm is more real than the physical. So there's a very good chance that your person or that your ex will be there with you when you do this, and you may smell him, you may feel him. There's going to be some kind of peace you're going to get from doing this. It's definitely going to be very, very intricate to your transformation and your healing so that you can move on and step into your life purpose. Who drives the BMW? If you can't think of anybody that drives a BMW, if you've always wanted a BMW, I think you're going to get it fairly soon. Oh. Let's do this. What does Bridget need to hear right now from either her twin or someone else on the other side? Baby mama's mom drives one, I think. Fucking baby mamas. I'm going to say this is from your twin. I cry at night. These feelings are eating me alive. So, one of the things your twin has to heal and release and overcome is codependency. I don't want to be alone. So, instead of going and doing the healing and actually spending some time alone, he had to run and be with somebody. And he doesn't think he can make you happy because he feels lost. He's overwhelmed with emotions. He's afraid you're going to leave him like everyone else. He definitely was hurt by something, either you said or did. And he doesn't know where to start when it comes to the apology that he knows he owes you. But that codependency definitely has to be healed. It has to be healed in all of us. We all have to get to that place to where we don't need nothing external. Like, when you're fully healed, you realize that all you need is inside. Because all you need is yourself and God. And God's on the inside. I've been watching you over from every source. So, he's been watching your social media. Probably even asking mutual friends and family members about you, but telling them not to tell you that he asked about you. A third-party intervention has destroyed our connection, or at least he feels like it. I think your person does have an addiction that you either A, do or do not know about, and they're really not wanting to face it. And the codependency too. The codependency, I think, would be a little bit easier if they didn't have this other addiction, whatever. It could be just simple as marijuana or alcohol. But I feel like there's something that you don't know because he can't face it himself. He can't deal with it. So he not only hides it from the world, he hides it from himself. I mean, if that makes sense. Sorry for breaking your trust. And he's hoping that when he does get up the nerve to speak to you, that you will hear him out, you'll listen to him and have compassion and understanding. And you are the soul he's always looked for. He knows you're his person. He's just not ready to fucking face his demons. Or he's doing it at a very turtle pace. But slow and steady does win the race. Any demon, any trauma, the healing process is fucking messy. And it doesn't happen overnight. And sometimes, some days you could feel like you're completely 100% healed, and that very next day something will trigger you, and you'll feel like you ain't done a fucking lick of healing. Rome wasn't built in a day, and you didn't suffer all the trauma in one day. So we all have to be easy on ourselves, show ourselves compassion and forgiveness. Every day you get up and you get out of bed and you make it a point to be better than you were the day before, that's a good day. I mean, it's all God asks, is that we make him a part of everything. We put him first, and that we strive to be better today than we were yesterday. Because the journey is just as important as the destination. And so often, it's so hard for us to live in the present moment because we're too busy thinking about the past, or we're too excited to get to the future. He called me in April and never said what he truly wanted to say. We haven't talked since. Yeah. Mine, the original incident happened last August. He came in for about a week in March, and then April he came back for a couple of days, and then May we went on a little weekend excursion, and it was 3 hours away from home, and he left me on the side of the road with no money and no way home. I mean, luckily the whole reason we went to the town that we went to was because I had a alumni fraternity function, so I had people there that came and rescued me and got me through the weekend and got me home. But it devastated me that he was actually capable of doing that to me. And it's because he was brainwashed either with spell work or just stigmatized or pussy whipped, depending on who he's actually with. But yeah, that was hard to know that we have the connection that we have, and I know now that he didn't get away with he didn't get away. He is feeling every bit of the pain that I felt that day. But the fact that he was actually consciously able to drive away from me and not look back, it took me a little while to get over that one. And I think maybe it's another reason why he's afraid to contact me, because he doesn't know. He hasn't been able to check my temperature because he knows damn well that was the lowest of the low. And he knows what he would have done if it would have been the other way around. So I think that's one of the reasons why he hasn't reached out to me, even though I know he truly wants to. And because the guilt and the regret, it's killing him. Yes, I feel like Spellwork was involved in our connection too. They know what they did. Yeah. Like, I know for 100% pure positive fact that it wasn't ours, because I went and gave my nephew a ride he went out to dinner with one of his friends. And while I was I gave him a ride, came home, I had a client, did a reading, had my candles and stuff out. I did the reading outside, under my mom's carport. Well, my nephew called after I got done with the client and asked me to come pick him up and take him home. Well, before I was able to get back to my mom's, all the candles that I had out were gone. They mysteriously disappeared. And my mom was like, "Oh, your sister was here while you were gone." So she took my candles. It was not even a week later that all the chaos began. And the first step for my process was my mom lied to him, and while I was sleeping, chased him off. And then that was August, and he wouldn't speak to me again until, March of this year. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that my sister fucking burnt candles on us. Her and her little fucking friends. I know one of her youngest child's baby daddy, his sister, she was really into some fucking dark shit. So I know they got together and did some shit. And I mean, that was just the beginning. Like last fall, God literally took me through the fire. My house, like I told you, my house trailer was stolen by my mom, my sister. Like, they stole money from me. They literally tried to have me arrested 3 different fucking times. One time they actually succeeded, but I only had to spend the night in jail. And thankfully it got dropped because it was straight up bullshit. My sister was drunk. She stole my truck. She wrecked my truck. She put my boyfriend's life in danger. Like, and literally me, well, my twin, and 2 other people all had the exact same story. But my sister's bitch ass fucking cried, oh, he hit me. And literally, the cops put handcuffs on me. And they wouldn't even let me get into my truck because she told them it was my dad's truck. And me and my dad had the same name. So they couldn't verify that it was my truck. So they wouldn't let me go in and get anything out of it. But the minute I was in handcuffs in the backseat of that motherfucking cruiser, they were letting my sister go into my truck. Yeah, it was fucked up. Like, spell work like a motherfucker. Like, last fall was probably the hardest time of my entire life. Like, God really put me through it, but it got me through it. He was there with me the entire time. And I couldn't have said this until about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, but I'm grateful for it because I'm stronger than I ever could have imagined I could have ever been. I'm stronger now than I ever would have ever imagined I could have ever been. But I would not want to go through it again. I definitely would not want to go through it again. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. And to this day, my mom, sister, well, my other family members, and even my twin, none of them have even said they were sorry. They all have avoided admitting their involvement. They won't say nothing. I really don't have any interaction with any of them. And when I do, it's very limited. And like I said, I've not even so much as gotten an I'm sorry. And they tried to destroy my life. They literally almost $20,000 was stolen from me. When you think about assets and cash, the love of my life was stolen from me. Like, and my mom and sister came and get I'm sorry. I think his baby mama and her mom did spell work, or the mom and her mom's best friend, because just money hungry and want. Definitely, that seems very, very plausible and legit. Oh yeah, definitely know that. Like, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And that was one of the things that I look back on and I'm so proud of myself, because even 3 years ago, I would have been in jail because I would have fucked some people up. I mean, I would have fucked my mama up, like, for what they did to me. Like, and the fact that I didn't hit nobody, I didn't try to retaliate, I didn't defame their name, like nothing. Like, I literally prayed, cried, and was like, God. I mean, yeah, there was sometimes, like, when they came at me, like, on Facebook and stuff, because they would not stop. It was like a demon had possessed all this whole group of people, and they wouldn't stop. It was like they were not going to stop until either A, they fucking had me in jail, or they had me in the ground. Like, they were saying all kinds of shit on Facebook, like, for no reason at all. There was one time my mom called me at 3 o'clock in the morning just to call me a dirty fucking bitch. You fucking piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't talk to her in 2 weeks. There was no justification for her calling me in the middle of the night, calling me everything but a white man. Like, they were not satisfied until, like I said, I was either going to be locked up or fucking in the ground. And from where I came from and the person I used to be, only God. And everyone that went against me better be thanking God that he got a hold of me. Because, like I said, even as recently as 3 years ago, I would have fucked some people up if I would have went through this a minute before God put me through it. I'm very proud of myself. Like, I really did turn it over to him. Like I said, there was times when I wanted to Me and God, we had some moments where I I I was yelling at God. Like I wasn't necessarily cursing him, but I did not hold nothing back. I was like, "How could you do this to me? What have I done to? I mean, like, how could you say I'm your child? How can you say you love me?" I. But at the end of the day, he never left me. He never forsake me, and I'm only just now beginning to see the beauty of what God's going to do for me and my reward for what I went through. Beauty for ashes. And everything he takes away from us, he replaces it double for your trouble. And anything he took, he replaces it with something better. You got to know whatever he's put you through, it was for a reason because of whatever he's got planned for you in the future. You have to go through the fire in order to be able. You got to go through the test to have the testimony. You got to be prepared for purpose. You know, whatever he's going to take us through in the future, today is the preparation. And sadly, most of the time, we can't see 10 years down the road. We can only see right now. And what doesn't make sense to us completely, he's already seen it all play out. He knows what he's doing, and he knows how much you're going to love it if you'll just trust him and walk with him to that point in time. You don't give up on yourself, you don't give up on him, and you don't turn around and go back to stupid shit. Whatever stupid shit means for you. Ouch. And it's not always easy. Trust me, there was every night for 3 months. I cried. I wanted to hit somebody. I'm yelling at God. Like, it's not easy. But when you get through it, you're glad it happened, especially once you start to see the rewards. Who else is here? You got a question? You want to know anything? Or Bridget, do you want to know anything else? Kind of getting tired. I'm about to head off here. Thank you again so much for your donations. I really, really greatly appreciate it. I'm so grateful for what God's done for me because He told me 2020 start a YouTube channel. Like I started one, but that's one of the things that got taken from me when well, whatever God is speaking to you in your spirit, listen. So if He's telling you, like I said, 2020, He told me to start a YouTube channel. I started it and worked my ass off on it for 2.5 years, and then one of the last things my ex did before he took a shit on me and ghosted me, he stole my phone, and I forgot the password to that YouTube channel. So that was one of the other thing. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Everything I've worked for almost 3 years is gone." But instead of wallowing in self pity, I got another YouTube channel, and literally, that channel only had like 400 some subscribers in 3 years' time. Well, I've only had this channel a little over a year, and I'm almost to 2,000 subscribers. Like I said, you got to trust and have faith in God. That when He tells you whatever He takes away, He's taking it away because it does not serve your highest purpose. It doesn't serve your highest good. And whatever He takes away, He does replace, and He replaces it with something better or something more prosperous or more fruitful. You just gotta get up every morning and see every day through until that day comes when it finally manifests in the physical what He's already promised you in the spiritual. Yeah, I know you've got to. There's something God's told you to do, or he's maybe that's why He's wanting you to go be alone so He can whisper, "Hey, I need you to do this, or I need you to do that." It's time for you to get in alignment with your life's purpose. This is the purpose for your life. If you don't know what I'm saying right now, trust me, Follow the advice of going and being alone in your backyard in that little secret place. Meditate, pray. He's got something he's wanting you to do. I feel like you probably already know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, seek him. Draw nigh to him, he'll draw nigh to you, and he's got some work he's wanting you to do. I definitely think you're spot on with that. And I definitely think, like, what did I tell you earlier? Whatever you went through as a child, your greatest pain, the only thing left to do now is to be obedient and do what God told you to do. Trust me, whatever you need, just call on him, ask him, and he'll give it to you. Like, he wants to do it with you. Like, God even wants to do the dishes with you. You know, he wants to be a part of every minute of every day that he blesses us with. Our lives are miracles. Like, he wants to be a part of every minute of it. But he wants you to want him to be a part of it. So, you know, he's God Almighty, and he can do whatever he wants whenever he wants. He doesn't want to intrude. He doesn't, you know what I mean? If you're not asking him to be there, he's not going to just, hey, I'm God, so I have a right to be here. No, he's wanting you to say, hey, I know you called me to write this book, and I need you to just inspire me or tell me what to take from this pen and put on that paper. You know what I mean? And then he's going to say, do something, and then, you know, you'll probably be able to write a chapter before you're going to have to ask him again. But he wants to be a part of every minute of our lives. He loves us, and he just wants us to love him in return and to actually want him to be a part of it. I mean, love is a free will choice. Control is of the enemy. And God will never try and control us. He gave us free will for a reason, because he wants love is a choice. Control is not love. So I hope that makes sense. I'm getting kind of tired. I love you guys, but I am tired, and I need to lay down and get some rest. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the conversation. You're welcome. And I will be live soon.